Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is December 21st. Happy birthday, Anthony. And this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing S&P 500. That's SPY on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's minimize this. Let's resize this, maximize this, and see what we see. We see that the SPY had went to, didn't get across that 610 that I was thinking that, oh, can it cross 610? No, it couldn't cross 610. It went to our yearly R3. It has bounced back off that yearly R3, and it's down. It's pulled back a little bit off that top, and actually came back below 600. We can see that we're still looking very bullish, but we did have a pullback here. We'll see that the whole details of that down on the daily chart. But we're still looking good here on this quarterly chart. But let's go down here to this monthly chart and see what we see. On this monthly chart, we can see we're getting a red. We turned into a red month at this time, but we are still above the 9-10 moving average, which one of you may be using, and I like using the 9. And we still are with our higher highs and higher lows, but we have a red month. Did I say that? We have a red month at this time. Let's go down to this weekly chart and see what we see. And on this weekly chart, let me zoom in a little bit right now. And this past week was a big red week down. Before, we had something that looked almost like a bearish harami in all these two candles here and all the previous week. And you had a red candle, a green candle thing at the top. So again, there was some signs of weakness in the market, so you had a little bit of a warning in it, but we have seen this before, where we had kind of like a bearish piercing type pattern. We had some other bearish looking type patterns and moving down and all. But finally, it played out. We actually got below, we actually got below the lows of those two previous weeks and all, but it happened pretty fast. We'll see this on the daily chart and all. So it's still all according to what your trading plan and your trading strategy tells you. You could have been out of the market, or had maybe already had your bearish positions in place. They'll do a little something just because of what you saw, this previous week here and all. Well, let's go ahead and go down to the daily chart and wrap this on up. On this daily chart, zoom in here just a little bit on these days right here. And all, where we've had this big drop. We had this big drop with that Fed announcement and stuff, or the way he said something. And like I said, if you had your stops below these lows, you'd have got stopped out, because based on the stuff that you had already seen on the previous week and stuff that you had seen even happening, look at these 3 days before you had right here and all. And let me zoom in but I zoom in, I'm going to mess up my drawing. So let me clear my drawing. Let's zoom in here. I want to zoom in right in here and all. We had, almost like a evening star here, confirmation, but then it didn't follow through. We had a bearish piercing pattern, those two candles there and all, but it didn't follow through. And again, we're not breaking the high that we made. We're getting lower highs, even when the market does try going up. So again, it's telling you something. This market is weak and all. Then we did. That's a Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So again, those 3 candles, that's in the evening star with a doji. You got a doji though in place, kind of like indecision in the market and all. So again, you had a warning that the market was being weak. Bearish guys were looking for the breakout to play it to the downside based on the news that came out. Bearish guys already sold their covered calls. Not covered. Well, sold the covered calls in on any positions that you may have, but you sold your call spread above these areas right here already, and all. And then you long put players, you were just waiting on the breakout and all, the breakdown and all, or you had already had a small position and you just added on it as soon as it broke out, and you made crazy money to the downside. Just based on what we're looking at on the chart. No indicators, really necessary at this time. But your indicators that you are using probably would have gave you the confirmation, to actually play this over how your trading plan and your trading strategies tells you to play it. And I was telling one guy, he had a bearish position on, and I told him, you need to take your profit. You need to take your profit. It did. You can see here on this day, it gapped. On this day here, let me. I want to look at this because the charts and the candle patterns give you warnings. There's no guarantee that anything is going to really play out on a lot of this stuff. Like you saw, we saw it all up here just going sideways and not really playing out. But that's still a warning sign and all. So, and that's just the way it is in this game. But here on this day right here, we can see this market actually really gaps up. It opens up here, and it closes down here, but it didn't go any lower and all than that previous day. This day right here, and all, it gaps down, goes down a little bit lower, but then it reverses and charges up like crazy. I actually played this day here going back to the upside on one of the other indexes, not on this particular one. I actually played it on the Dow and all because I was expecting a reversal and all, and I was just waiting on, again, based on my intraday type stuff that I do, based on what I saw there, and it ended up being a good trade for me back to the upside. But this is the thing I'm trying to get people to see and all, just based on candle patterns. Without your indicators, your indicator is going to give you confirmation, give you a better whole see of what you're actually seeing out here, and all to help you make better trades, and all. And that's it. That's all I really want to share. I just want to point this out. Again, it wasn't a big surprise that something like this happened on this particular day when this did happen. Before it actually happened, and all. Looking at, I had already, somebody else was already talking. The lady I was taking to the airport, and a friend, another trader, and she was asking, "Were we going to get a downturn?" I said, "Yes, I expect a downturn, but I wasn't expecting it that day." What's the thing? I wasn't expecting it that day, and I wasn't expecting it this big, and that's it. That's it though. But again, it gets to where you should do something. I sold cover calls on my position. Well, you do something based on your trading plan, your trading strategy. And that's all I really want to share. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. And Merry Christmas to all who celebrates Christmas. Have a good one. Bye.